Hi, Year 3. For English today, we are going to do comprehension. So it's called The Salmon of Knowledge, and I'm going to read you the story now, and then I'll read through the questions and we'll tell you what to do, and then you can get on with it. If you want to look on there's a PowerPoint as a PDF as well with it all saved for you to look at as well, so you don't have to look at it from the video. So The Salmon of Knowledge. Long ago in Ireland, there lived a wise man named Finnegas. Finnegas knew that he would never be really wise until he caught Fintan. Fintan was an old salmon known as the salmon of knowledge that swam in the River Boyne. It was said that he had great knowledge of things past and present. For 7 years, Finnegas tried to catch Fintan, but the salmon was always too clever for him. Poor old Finnegas began to think that he would never catch Fintan. Sometimes, when the thought of this made him really sad, he'd sit by his fire and howl. His howl was so loud that it carried as far as the house where Finn McCool was staying with his foster mothers. His foster mothers told him that the day would come when he would go and learn from Finnegas. Soon that day came, and Finn left his foster mothers and headed off for the River Boyne. When Finn reached the river, he found Finnegas sitting on the bank fishing. Finn told him who he was, and he became Finnegas's pupil. One day, Finn told Finnegas that the best way to catch salmon was to use 3 berries as bait. Finnegas felt that was silly, but he tried it just the same. When Fintan saw the 3 berries, he started to laugh. He laughed and laughed and laughed until he died. Finn was in the woods collecting wood when he heard a yell from Finnegas. He raced back to the bank of the river. Finnegas was dancing with the salmon in his net. He told Finn to cook the salmon and not to touch a bit of it. Finnegas went to lie down in his hut while Finn cooked the salmon. As Finn turned the salmon over, he burnt his thumb. He stuck his thumb in his mouth and sucked it. No sooner than he had done that, he began to feel very strange. He brought the salmon to Finnegas, but as soon as Finnegas saw Finn, he knew what had happened. He told Finn that he may as well eat the rest of the salmon. Finn sat down and finished the salmon. From that day on, whenever he wanted to know anything, all he had to do was suck his thumb. So that's the story. And then the questions are, where did Finnegas live? What was Fintan? How long had Finnegas been trying to catch Fintan? What did Finnegas do when he was sad? Where was Finn McCool staying? What did Finnegas use as bait? What was Finn doing when Finnegas caught the salmon? What happened to Finn when he was cooking? What did Finn do with the rest of the salmon? What happened after that whenever Finn sucked his thumb? So those are some questions for you to answer. There's 10. Then there's 8 true or false questions. So you can just write out 1 to 8 on a piece of paper and write true or false. You don't have to copy them out. So read those. Are they true or false? So long ago there lived a wise man named Vinegar. Fintan was the salmon of knowledge. Fintan had been trying to catch Finnegas for 7 years. Sometimes Finnegas sat by his fire and hid. Finn was staying with his foster mothers. Finnegas used 3 berries to catch Finn. Fintan laughed and laughed until he cried. Finn burnt the salmon. So are those true or false? Unscramble these sentences. Do not forget capital letters and full stops. You know they're my favourites. We've been working really hard on capital letters and full stops. So I'm not going to read those ones out, but you need to unscramble them to put them in the right order to make them make sense. Okay, so good luck with that. I think it's quite an interesting story. So enjoy, and I will see you in our Teams meeting.